What's going on, everybody? This is D Car Lady coming at you. Look, just like the title says, why the big dogs keep eating while the little dogs go hungry. Well, here's the reason for that. It's all about the knowledge. It's all about what you know, what the big dogs know, and what the little dogs don't know. All right. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about something that's overlooked often. Very often it's overlooked, but it's very, very important. We're going to talk about the differences between your cold market and your warm market. And then we're going to talk about how you can actually cultivate those markets, all right, using email marketing, all right? What's going on, Julianne? How's it going, Julianne? How's it going, Cheryl? Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me, guys. If you guys can hear me good, let me know by putting a 1 in the comments. Put the number 1 in the comments if you can hear me okay. Let me know. Put the number 1 in the comments for me. Let me know you guys can hear me. Hey, how's it going, Joe? How's it going, Joe? Okay, Shelly gave me a 1, so that lets me know you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, Joe, put a 1 in the comments for me. You can hear me, put a 1 in the comments. All right. So first, what we want to do is we want to talk about the differences between the cold market and a warm market. All right. Your cold market, all right, is going to be basically people who have no clue who you are. They don't know who you are. The ways that you get cold traffic, an example would be like when you're doing solo ads. You know, when you go to the Udemy site, udemy.com, or you go to trafficforme.com, and, you know, you're buying your solo ads, whether you get 100 clicks, 200 clicks, 300 clicks, whatever you're buying, it doesn't matter. All of those people are part of your cold market. They have no clue who you are. They don't know who Shelly is. They don't know who Joe is. You know, they don't know who Cheryl is. They have no clue who you are, right? So they are your cold market. They're frigid, you know, when it comes to you, right? Think about it like this. Put it in your mindset, right? If you're walking down the street, right, and you're on one side of the road, and let's say somebody's coming up towards you on the sidewalk, right? Well, they don't know you. A lot of times what people will do, they don't know you. They kind of move to the side, right, as they're walking by. You know, think of it like that. They're kind of frigid to you because they don't know you, right? So that's your cold market, all right? Now, your warm market is going to be people who at least have seen your face before, seen if it's online, seen your profile pic before. They've seen your name before somewhere, or they might even have, you know, been in another business opportunity with you before. All of that is part of your warm market. They have some type of idea who you are. You know, not saying they're your best friend or anything, but they have some type of idea. They said, hey, you know, I've seen Julianne's picture somewhere, you know, her profile somewhere, you know, so I have an idea of who Julianne is, right? Or I've seen D Car Lady's profile pic somewhere before. I've seen one of her videos before. You know, I've commented on her videos before. So I have some type of idea who D Car Lady is, right? So that's your warm market, okay? Now, the idea when it comes to marketing, that thing that you want to do is you have to figure out, okay, how do you get your cold market to become part of your warm market? Now, first, you got to understand why that's important. Okay, now everything that we're talking about today is all based around this knowledge, and it's the people who are making a lot of money, what we call the big dogs. They know this stuff, right? So that's why the big dogs are getting fed and the little dogs are going hungry, because the little dogs haven't learned it yet. All right, but by the end of this video here, you're going to learn 2 key things, okay, when it comes to your markets and when it comes to email marketing. You're going to learn 2 key things that's going to now put you into the same position, all right, as the big dogs. So you can immediately take this information and go and put it to use, okay? Now, here's the thing. With your warm market, is going to be easier, okay, to convert them into, you know, people who join you in business. All right. Now, why do you think it's going to be easier with your warm market versus your cold market? Just somebody put down in the comments an answer for me. Put down in the comments, why do you think it's easier to convert the warm market over into someone who's going to join you in business than it is your cold market? Let's see. Let me get some responses back for you guys. Let me get some responses back. All right. Let's see what you got. Now, my comments may be lagging on my end, but do comment and I will see it eventually. All right, let me scroll down so I can see. Okay, all right, all right. Hey, Janet, I didn't even see you come in. Hey, Frederick, thank you for joining. Hey, Kimberly, thank you for joining. All right, Shelly said, because they know and trust you already. Exactly. The warm market already knows you. They already have an idea of what you're talking about, right? So it's a lot easier for me to go to someone who's already seen my face before, already heard my name somewhere, and say, hey, let me tell you about this opportunity that I'm in, that I'm, doing pretty well in, and I see you're in such and such. Let's rap about it a minute. They're more likely to say, hey, all right, D, well, yeah, tell me about it. Let's, set up a time and we can rap about it for a few minutes, right? Versus your cold market, right, is like a stranger on the street. They're like, what do you mean you want to talk to me about what? I don't got no time to listen to you. Like, I don't even know you. That's kind of how it is, right? The difference between your warm and your cold market. So it's important as we're out here marketing, right? In any business, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner. It doesn't matter if you haven't even started. So keep in mind, this information is for everybody. It doesn't matter if you haven't even started your business, but you're like, hey, I want to start a business. It doesn't matter if your business is online or offline. Keep that in mind as well. This pertains to every single business in the world, okay, on the planet, all right? Hey, how's it going, Capo? And I might be saying that wrong, Capo, so you'll have to yell at me later. All right, thank you for joining, buddy. All right, listen. Now, one of the ways that we turn our cold market into our warm market is through email marketing, right? Especially if you're doing things like solo ads or anything like that, right? You start off with your cold market. Well, there's some key things that you need to be doing with your email marketing to actually be able to convert the cold market over to the warm market. You can't just think that you're just going to scribble out an email and it's just going to work. Like, oh, well, I told them, in the email my name, so that should work. Let's talk about some key things, okay? One very big thing that a lot of people overlook when it comes to email marketing and switching their cold market to the warm market, right, is branding. That's right, branding. Let's talk about that. Let's kind of dig into that a little bit as it relates to email marketing. What are some ways that you can brand yourself, all right, in your emails? How can you brand yourself? One way that you can help to brand yourself, right, is to actually include your picture, your picture, just a nice picture of yourself. You don't have to get dressed up, right? But I mean, you don't want to, take a picture, with you up there spanking a baby or something. I mean, you don't want to do something crazy, right? Just a regular picture. You don't have to be dressed up or anything, but let a person know that you are a real person, for one. So you will want to put your picture inside of that email, okay? Now, there's a lot of opportunities out there that they come with preloaded autoresponders, right? So the emails are already written up for you, right? I know you guys are in some of those opportunities, myself as well. In FunnelX, we have pre-branded emails, and Lead Lightning, we have pre-branded emails. Well, here is the problem for you with that. Okay, this is the problem for you. Do not get comfortable thinking that those emails are going to do what you want them to do. Right? They're not going to warm that market up to you. They're going to warm that market up to whoever they see in the email. That's just the way it is, right? So that's why you have to make sure that you're branding yourself in your emails. You want to put your picture in the email. So when that email comes through and you're like, hey, this is a D-Car lady reaching out to you. Hit me up if you have any questions. They're like, who is that? I don't even know that person. I've been getting these other emails from that other guy or other gal, I don't even know who that is, right? You want them to know who you are. So you want to put a picture in there. That's key. Okay, that's a part of branding. Okay, another thing that's also going to go a long way when we're talking about branding, okay, is whatever your signature is. And it doesn't have to be something just, so super fly, like Nike says, just do it. Like, it doesn't have to be anything super fly. Right? Just something so that way it's like, hey, when they see that little signature, sentence, then they know it's you. Like, for instance, one of mine is taking this ride to the top, right? So in my emails, a lot of times at the bottom, I'll put, let's take this ride to the top, or we're taking this ride to the top. That's one of my little signatures. So when a person gets an email and it says that, right, they have a very good idea that email is coming from D-Car Lady. Aside from the fact that they see my picture in there, it's just a little signature to kind of set myself apart. It's my picture, and I got the little signature there as well. That goes a long way, because if a person is getting a whole bunch of emails, right, and people, they get a lot of emails, right? they're getting a whole bunch of emails. You want them to remember yours, right? I don't care if they're getting an email from, I don't even know, from the president of the United States, right? You want them to remember your emails, okay? So you want to make sure that you're branding yourself in your emails. Use those pictures, use a little tag signature, you know, things like that to brand you, all right? Another thing that you want to do in your emails, now a lot of times, now before I say this, a lot of times people try to be anonymous, right? You know, nobody wants to let anyone know how to reach them. Like, oh my gosh, you know, please don't call me or text me, right? You know, you can't be that way, all right? If you really, you know, want people to get to know you so that they can see if they like you and see if they trust you, right? How are you going to be hiding behind a computer all the time, right? All right, so you got your picture up there, but people know you have a phone, right? I mean, it's 2018, about to be 2019. They know you got a phone. So why not, you know, even if you get a Google Voice number, if that's what you do, I wouldn't even say get a Google Voice number in all honesty, because those are like free and anybody can get one. And then it goes back to the same thing of, what are you hiding from, right? Now, I'm not saying that you have to use your cell phone number, but you can get like a phone number from Cloud Phone, right? A paid number, right? Because a person who's trying to hide from something, they're probably not even trying to pay for anything, right? So they go and get a little Google Voice number, you know, try and hide behind that. Get something that you know, is going to speak about your business. You know, if your business is professional, if you're professional, right, and you're wanting to do business with other professional people, right, then get you a professional number, right, and put your number in there. Let them know, hey, you know, you can call me, you can text me, whatever it is, you know, if you want to text, your text, you know, but that way they have more ways to reach out to you. And once again, that's helped building up that trust factor. Because right off the bat, they don't know you, and all they saw is that you sent them a link, excuse me, that said, hey, you know, sign up with me and you know, pay this money to get started. They're like, what? I'm gonna pay you? What? I don't even know you. Why am I paying you? Right? You know, so you want to put those things inside of your email as well. All right. Now here, excuse me. Now here is another part of branding that you don't want to do a lot of. Okay, and I see this a lot, so this is why I'm going to address it. A lot of times, you know, when you're just starting, you may not have your own email sequence, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine to, you know, borrow a teammate's email sequence, but you want to tweak it so that it looks like you, okay? And a lot of times what I'll see is when you first start, right, you don't have any of your own results, right? So you'll use other people's results, say, hey, you know, look what such and such made. And that's totally all right. But here's the thing. Here's the thing to remember. You don't want to show a whole bunch of other people. Now, when I say a whole bunch, yeah, you're going to have to judge what's a whole bunch. Like, I'll give you an example of what's a whole bunch. If every email that you're showing a proof pic is the top earners, here's the problem with that. If you haven't figured it out, here's the problem with that. All right. For one, the people that you're marketing to and asking to join you, 9 times out of 10, they're not top earners yet, right? So if they're seeing people making, oh, well, yeah, I made $50,000 this month in this opportunity. Yeah, that sounds good to us, right? We like, man, yeah, we sure would like to make $50,000 this year, this month, right? However, if you're just coming into a situation, right, you're just getting to know a person, right, through email at that, you ain't gonna really believe that. You be like, what? Who in the world made $50,000? Man, you lying. You trying to scam me, for one, right? And then number two, if I'm the person saying, oh, well, man, well, let's say Shelly sent me the email. Well, I don't know who Shelly is, but this person made $50,000 a month. Let me go Google that person. Let me go YouTube that person, because Shelly ain't make no money according to the emails anyway, right? Then let me go ahead and Google that person. So what you want to do instead is you want to show results, okay? If you don't have your own, that's fine. You want to show results of regular people. Let me describe a regular person. So that way you clearly understand what I mean, okay? Because I don't want to leave anything undiscovered in this video, okay? A regular person is someone who can relate to your prospect. So if your prospect is coming from cold traffic, right, and they probably have not been in an online business, or they may have, but don't have a lot of experience, right? The person who can relate to them is the person who's closest to them, meaning the person who doesn't have a whole bunch of results themselves, right? Or that person who doesn't have, 5,000 followers already, right? That person who does not have, the fancy camera equipment or whatever, so if you're using videos, proof videos of people who, excuse me, have like thousands and thousands of followers, right? They're not really relatable to the person that you're marketing to, right? So you want to have someone, if you're going to use someone's proof video or proof pic, let it be something that's relatable to them. Think about how you were in that position, right? I know when I was first getting online, to do marketing, I was seeing, the top dogs and everything, making a lot of money, but what really caught me more so was the average people who said, hey, I made my first sale, or I made my second sale, my third sale, or I've been in it, a month, and I'm loving it, something like that. I'm paying attention to those people, right? Why? Because I can relate to them. I can say, you know what? If they can do it, I can do it. But if I'm looking at the people who already have, 10,000 people on their subscribers list, I'm like, man, look at how long it's going to take me to get 10,000 people on my list. Man, look at how long it's going to take me to get that fancy camera. Man, look at how long it's going to take me to, get 12 Facebook groups with my name on, all that stuff, right? And then that discourages people. They're like, well, I don't know. I can't do what she's doing, or I can't do what he's doing. So I don't know. This ain't going to work for me, right? So you want to make sure that what you're putting in your email is relatable to who you're marketing to. Okay. So don't try and load up on a lot of the proof pics and proof videos that have a lot of the big name players in your industry in it, right? Because you're actually going to wind up hurting yourself. You're going to discourage the person that you're trying to, get to join you in business, number one, or number two, you're going to divert the attention away from yourself. Now, think about it. You did all that work, right? You did all that work to get the prospect in the beginning, right? You paid for the solo ad or whatever, text message marketing, whatever you're doing, right? Or even if it's free marketing, you're using your energy. You're doing all of that only to give that prospect away. Now, and that's definitely not your intent. So these are things that you want to change, and you want to divert it back to branding yourself. And if you use other people's videos and pics, you want it to be a person, right, that is relatable to your prospect. Now, if you happen to be pushing a high dollar item, like you're pushing an item that costs, $20,000 a wop, then that's different. Okay, well then it makes sense that, okay, well, this product costs $20,000, so you need to see people making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in a month. That makes sense. But if you're not pushing that type of product, right, then you want it to be more relatable to what makes sense to the prospect that you're actually trying to get to join you in business. Okay, so let's stop there and let's see if I have any comments, because I know I probably missed some. April said, right with the head motion, April. She got pushed to the side. I'm sorry. All right. Jadiqua. Okay. I understand you at work, Jadiqua. I know you at work, but you jumped on, though. That's what I'm talking about. That's what teammates do. They jump on. Okay. All right. Right, Janet. People want to know that they can reach a real person, to address their concerns, not just all the time just emailing back. They want to know, even if they never text you or call you, they want to know that that's an option, right? Because think about, like, when I do business with companies online, just regular companies, right? I'll look to see what are the ways that I can reach customer service. Now, they may have an email, right? But I'm looking to see, do you have live chat and do you have a phone number, right? Now, there's a lot of companies I've never called their phone number, right? I've only used the online. But the point is, I knew that it was available to me if I needed to. If I needed to call them, I could pick up the phone and call them. That made me feel better about swiping my credit card when it was time to pay them for their service, right? It made me feel that much more secure. Because think about it, I don't know this company either, right? So you want to put yourself in their shoes, okay? How's it going, Ms. Morgan? Thank you for joining us, Ms. Morgan. Thank you for joining us. That's right, Janet. People love options. They want options. Even if they don't use all of them, they want options. Okay. So now we talked about the branding portion, right? Because like I said, I was going to give you 2 key things, right? All right, so we talked about the branding portion. Now here's another part that I see a lot of people falling short on. Now, I don't want you to take this the wrong way when I'm saying I see a lot of people falling short. I'm including myself in that, because if you guys, you know, for the ones who don't know me, and a lot of people on here do know me, but for the ones who don't know me, I'm not the type of trainer or teammate that I wait until I make $1 million before I teach you guys something, right? I'm not that type. What I do is when I notice there's an issue, I learn about that issue, and even before I implement the fixes, I say, you know what, let me go ahead and let my team know what I found out, right? And now I'm giving it to you. So don't think that I'm trying to talk down to you in a sense of, oh, well, I do it right and you do it wrong. No, I noticed it because I was part of the ones doing it. So now I'm telling you that it was wrong. I noticed it was wrong, right? And I now psychologically understand why it was wrong, right? And I'm helping you guys psychologically understand why it was wrong as well. So with that being said, the next part, all right, you got the branding. The next part is about the type of emails that you're sending, okay? Now, of course, you want people to join you. So you want to have your links in there. I totally get it. How else they're going to join you, right? I get it. But you don't want every email to be a join me, join me, join me, join me, because it's going to start getting, you know, they're going to start getting blinded by it. It's like, we don't even see her no more. All she said is join me, or all he said is join me. That's all they ever say. All they're ever saying is they making like $12,000 a day and join them. Nah, man, I'm tired of listening to that, right? What you want to do is you want to start using some value emails as well. Now, I would say a good mix would be about a 3-2, right? 3 value, 2 selling, 3 value, 2 selling. Okay. Now you can play around with that mixture of number, but the point that I want you to take from this is that you need to include value emails. Now, before I say what a value email is, I just want to see if anybody knows right quick. Anybody, just put in the comments for me, put in the comments. Does anybody have an idea of what I mean by a value email versus a selling email? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them. And while you guys are putting that in the comments, with your other finger, go ahead and share this video, because I'm sure there's other people who need to hear this. If you don't mind, share this video as well. If you're finding this information helpful, of course. You know, if you're not finding it helpful, then don't share it. I totally understand, right? So tell me, what do you think a value email is? Talk to me. Now, I'm assuming that I'm seeing the comments, and I'm not seeing anything past Janet said they love options. Let me see if I'm missing something. Sometimes my computer freezes up. Okay, I did miss something. Take a jab hook approach. But what's a value email? What's a value email? Talk to me. What are we talking about when we talk about a value email? What are we talking about? Anybody got any idea? All right, Julianne says teaching people and showing people what you're doing. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. Teaching people something, right, and showing them what you're doing, right? And when we say showing them what you're doing, don't talking about, yeah, I showed them what I was doing. I showed them I was counting my money. No, cut that out. Cut that out. That's a selling email. It has its place, right? But we're talking about the value email. So you need to be, hey, how's it going, Maria? Thank you for joining us. You need to be teaching people something on your value emails, right? Whether it's you included a free report, a free download, right? It could be a free report that you give them that's going to teach them something. So it can be in a written format, right? Or whether you wrote it out on the email itself. If you chose to do that, whatever it is you're teaching them, you could totally do that, right? Or you could make a video teaching them something, okay? For instance, one of the emails that I'm going to send out, right, is going to be this video, right? Because it is a teaching video. So you need to be teaching them something, right? And it has to be something congruent with your whole message. You don't want to get on there if you're trying to get people to join you in an online business like we're in, like FunnelX or Easy One Up or what have you, or Advertising Boost, right? You don't want to send them an email talk about, well, I'm going to teach you guys how to dig a ditch. Like what? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, right? So you want to teach them something that's relevant, right? That's relevant, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're adding value, whether they decide to click your link and join you or not. You want to make sure that you have left an impression, right? So you want to teach them something. Like this is teaching them something, right? Even if you teach them, say, hey, you know, I know, you know, you may be a little scared when you first start business, and you don't know how to come across as a professional. Well, here's one way that I did it. This is an example, guys. Here's one way that I did it. I started by getting me a professional number in my business, okay? And this is the place that I use to get a professional number in my business, okay? That's an example, right? And you can even do a little video, right, showing them how to set that number up, how to use that number different ways in their business. And you say, well, why would you do that? Because one, they need a professional image in their business whenever they get started, right? And number two, guess what you have also been able to do? And this is something that I'm going to teach, you know, in my coaching sessions. This is something I'm going to teach about being an invisible affiliate. Whereas I ain't gonna go into the whole thing, but basically when you told them to go to whatever place it was to get the phone number, get their phone number in this example, right? You're going to give them a link to go there, right? And you're going to be an affiliate of that place that you told them to go, but you have to teach them. You don't just tell them, yeah, go here. You have to teach them something, teach them why it's important, right? That's the teaching aspect of it, right? And infuse those emails in along with your selling emails, and it's going to go a long way. So now a person is getting bombarded with all these emails, not just from you, but from anybody. Like they might be on my email list. They might be on Brennan's email list. What's going on, Brennan? They might be on Brennan's email list. They might be on Julianne's email list. They might be on Latasha Morgan's email list. So they're getting all these emails, right? And everybody's saying the same thing. You know, Brennan saying, join me in Sweatcoin. You know, April saying, join me in my econ. You know, Shelly saying, join me in Lead Light. Everybody's saying, join me, join me, join me, right? But now you start giving some emails that say, hey, this is how you can do this right here in your business. This is how you can get free leads on Facebook, right? This is how you can set up your YouTube channel for your business, right? You start teaching them those things, and now they're like, you know what? Dee did send me an email the other day about how to set up my YouTube channel. Let me open hers up. So when Dee's name comes across, let me open that up. Versus Shelly, Brendan, and April, and all the rest of them, they're like, nah, all those people just sell. I ain't listening to them. Let me open up these. So now they're beginning to trust you a little bit more, right? And that's where we get into that know, like, and trust, right? They're getting to trust you a little bit more. So now when I put in my link that says, hey, you know, come and check me out on my Facebook page, now they're like, well, you know what? Dee did say something that was useful. So let me go ahead and click that button and check her out on her Facebook page now. And now as they're coming on your Facebook page, guess what? They're coming a little bit closer to you, right? So that means they're getting a little bit warmer, right? And the warmer that they get, okay, and the closer they get to you, right, the easier it is to for them to say, hey, you know what? I now know, like, and trust you. You know, let me see what you got, Dee. You know, 'cause I like your style, I like what you're doing. Let me see what you got. Let's give it a shot. And, you know, and next thing you know, they're joining you. But if all you're doing is trying to sell, you sound like everybody else. You didn't teach them nothing. You have no value. Then that's why your list is large, but you ain't getting no sales, right? Nobody wants a list with 8,000 people and they talking about they can't make $200 a month. It's like, well, what are you doing, right? It's not the list, it's you. Just being real with you, right? So to recap, like I said, it's the value, it's giving value, yes, but it's the branding and the giving value in the emails. Those are two key things that I wanted to drive home. Now I need to get some feedback from you guys. I need to get some feedback. Are you guys following me on this? Are you guys following me on this? Julianne says they have a problem and you're the solution to their problem. Exactly. Whatever their problem is, right? You want to be the solution to their problem, right? And don't think, a lot of people think that means, well, the solution is I'm giving them my link so they can make some money. Everybody got a link for them to make some money. Don't you know that? Everybody. Like, even the company site got a link for them. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has a link for them to make some money, right? But they don't know how to get to the money. So what are you going to do to help them get to the money? You got to show them, you got to show them or display your value to them, right? So that they know, hey, instead of me choosing this person who makes $50,000 a month, right? You know, or this person who has 12 million YouTube views or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Why should I choose you, right? Well, if that person is only talking about making money all the time, right, or how much money they made all the time, excuse me, right, and they're never actually adding any value, that's where you come in. And you, that little guy, right, who was starving before, but now you're going to take this and you're going to start using this information, right? Now you're going to start seeing that you're going to get people actually paying attention to you. They're like, oh, well, Shelly, let me, you know, I saw such and such videos, but I like what you had taught on that other one. So let's set up a time to, you know, talk about that, Shelly. Let's see what we got. You know, and that's how it is. So don't think that the only way that you're going to make sales is when you have a huge amount of sales, because how are you going to get to the huge amount if you don't have any sales? Come on, guys, think about that. I mean, you got to get there first, right? But there's ways that you get there, because everybody who has a lot, you know, is making a lot of money on sales, I mean, on online, guess what? They started right where you're at, right? They started with 0 following. They started with 0 on their list. They started with like lint in their pocket other than, you know, invested in their business, but they didn't have profit. You know, they started the same way, right? So the difference between the two is not because they're just special, it's because they learned something, right? So in order to kind of bridge that gap, learn something, share what you've learned. That's it. Take the time to learn something. And don't say, well, I don't know anything to teach them. Because I'll tell you right, hey, what's going on, Alicia? Thank you for joining us. Hey, John, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Because I'll tell you right now, if you have joined, no matter who you've joined, but if you are a part of the Easy One Up program, then you have the ability, right, to learn something, because it is valuable education in there, marketing training in there. So you have it in your possession. If I don't care if you at the $25 level, I watched the video from the $25 level the other day and shared it with my team. And I swear, I was like, man, I didn't even know that. I need to change up my capture page now. Off the $25 level. I'm like, oh my gosh, didn't even know that, right? So it don't matter what level you've joined in Easy One Up. If you have that program, right, if you're a part of that business opportunity, you definitely do have some knowledge, okay? So, all right now. So I'm glad you stuck it out to the end, and hopefully you found some value in that video on how to convert cold traffic to warm traffic using email marketing. All right. Now, if you have found it helpful, please do like the video. Give it a thumbs up, right? Share the video and subscribe to my channel, and go ahead and hit the bell button so that way you can be alerted to the very next time I put out some videos and some content, because you already know I'm bringing it to you every single week. All right. And if you want to go ahead and link arms with me and join my team in Easy One Up, and as a bonus, you know, if you do that, as a bonus, I will actually give you my top-notch training, so that way you can learn to get free traffic from both YouTube and Facebook. All right, to grow your business exponentially. All right, just hit the first link in the description and you can link arms with me. All right, and find out all about my bonuses. Other than that, guys, you already know what we came to do. We're going to take this ride to the top. We're going to take this ride to the top. We're going to take it to the top, baby. That's how we do it.